This is New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor superstar Jay White, and you're listening to AMBY.
It's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with Jay White. Hello.
Thank you very much for having me. Nice to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
We are here at Smash Wrestling, where you just had an awesome match against Kevin Bennett.
Thank you.
Came out victorious. So how are you feeling about everything that went down?
Yeah, I'm happy with this. First time here in Toronto. I was meant to be here a couple months back with Ring of Honor, but with visa issues I couldn't be here, so very excited to get another chance to come here to Toronto and for it to be for Smash Wrestling. I was very excited, and yeah, really couldn't have gone better. The crowd was amazing, such a great atmosphere in this building, so loved it and look forward to coming back.
Being your first time in Toronto, have you had any first impressions? Have you not really been able to check much out?
We literally I drove in from Detroit this morning during the day, so just drove straight through. Actually, one impression I did have was driving through, I'm assuming it's Toronto City. It's felt like I haven't seen so many tall apartment buildings like that. Yeah, they look quite cool, so I don't think I've seen much like that before. But other than that, we just came to the arena, did the show, so that's about it.
Well, you've been wanting to wrestle since you were a kid. So who are some of the people you saw on TV and you're like, all right, you know what, I could do this, I'm going to give this a shot?
First person I think I saw was The Undertaker. I started watching SmackDown. It was on Friday nights in New Zealand, and then I got into Raw, and then the first guy I really got behind was Randy Orton, 2004, when he had just left Evolution. So guys like Randy Orton was probably the first guy I really got behind. Then Eddie Guerrero, he quickly became my favourite. He sadly passed away, but guys like that really kind of inspired me. Eddie Guerrero, he's probably number one inspiration and made me want to do it.
You faced so many amazing people in the ring. One of my favorite recent matches would, of course, have to be the Ospreay one.
Yeah.
You two together were just made a magical match.
Well, thank you very much. Everyone seems to come up and tell me that. I often tell people I know Ospreay pretty well. We're good buddies, and I didn't expect the reaction that it got from everyone. I was kind of surprised at it, but pleasantly surprised. I think just that arena and that setting being on a pay-per-view and Hammerstein Ballroom, it's the first time that me and him have faced off in a singles match. That kind of created the buzz and made it almost bigger than what it was. But yeah, very happy with everyone's reaction to it. Is
there anyone you'd still love to go toe-to-toe with? Would it be somebody now, or would it be somebody like Randy Orton?
There's a bunch of people. To be honest, Randy Orton, it's not, no offense to him, he's great, but it's not like, I'd love to wrestle him, but there's other guys that are up above him that I'd love to get in there with. Currently in Ring of Honor, guys like Jay Lethal, I'd love to get in there with him. I'd love to get in there with actually Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. I live with Alex Shelley, we trained together. We knew each other in New Japan Dojo, and he was my first match there, so I'd love to have another match with him sometime. And then getting back to New Japan, my overall list, number one person I want to face is Hiroshi Tanahashi. Okay. Number one, yep, by far.
You mentioned the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo there, and you hear so many different stories, and I've heard some of yours, but what would you say was the most grueling part of it?
Maybe the training's hard, but just the time away. There's so many grueling parts to it, from the training to having to be on call constantly. When you're on the road as well, you can't relax. You got to be at the bus before anyone else, and you might get taken out to dinner and sponsors after matches, which is great, but you get drinks thrown down you, and then once you get back to the hotel, you're then going to go and do some of the other wrestlers' laundry. So yeah, so it could be pretty tough, but grueling is probably the time away. We did the longest stint, it was like 4 months there in the dojo, then get back for about 2 weeks, if that. And then for people who have loved ones and other partners or family that they're really missing, it can be pretty tough. As well as the 3-hour plus training sessions where they keep the windows shut and have a heater on the whole time, so it's not easy.
You posted this photograph where it looked like you had just got completely tanned, and in the photo you said explaining the concept of tanning.
Oh yeah.
But it was just a photograph, so we couldn't exactly hear the explanation. I was wondering if you could kind of give us it now.
I wasn't actually talking about it then, just the picture was amazing.
The picture looked like it, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, he looked confused, as he always does. Well, it's actually funny you asked that, because recently I was wanting to address this on Twitter, but I just couldn't be bothered doing a bunch of different tweets for it. So, we actually got in the ring for that match. I heard Billy Gunn yell across at him, "Get a tan," and other people joke about it. Obviously, I joke about it as well, but he doesn't tan, so I've got his back for this one. As much as I love to mess around with him, we had a tanning bed in the dojo, and so most of the people used it. He tried to use it. The max you could go on was half an hour, so I guess it wasn't the strongest, but it worked for everyone else. Wouldn't have worked for him. He kept going on. Wouldn't work for him. Just wouldn't change color. He gets like some spray to help it speed the process, I guess. He sprays it all over himself to try and help get a tan. Goes on it, comes off. Next day, the only thing that had happened is his belly had just gone bright red. Nothing else had changed. So I can't blame him for not trying anymore. So it just doesn't work. So for the record, yes, it's funny he's so white, but he just doesn't tan.
There you have the explanation of tanning.
Exactly. Yeah, I got you there, Finlay. I'm not gonna bring you down right now.
Do you have a dog or dogs? Because I always see photographs and I can't quite tell if you're just a dog lover and you see them everywhere, or if you have
Dog
some.
lover is an understatement. I've always had dogs growing up. We had a golden retriever. So it was we got him at the same time I was born, so that was cool. We had cross golden lab. Right now we've got a little dog called Toby, which I'll probably post pictures of. I probably shouldn't say this, but I probably miss him more than my actual family. But then other people might understand that as well. But actually right now where I'm living with Alex Shelley and his wife, they recently got a Dalmatian puppy.
I saw.
Yeah.
So cute.
He is, he feels like he's just as much mine as theirs, because obviously I was there when they got him. And his wife's a vet and she rescued him and we took him in. He's actually deaf, so makes it a little bit more difficult when you can't get his attention, but he's amazing, keeps me busy there. So yeah, very much a dog lover. I'd love to open it's something I want to do eventually, is open like a dog home, but to the point where people could adopt them, but if they don't get taken, they're not going to get put down, they can just live there and stuff. So that's something I want to do one day. Yeah, I'll see. Yeah.
Well, I want to talk music with you because I was wondering before getting ready what was that face for?
you go on, I'll explain.
All right, we'll get it afterwards.
Yeah, I just listen to such a mix of stuff. Actually, Alex Shelley's wife, she gives me so much stick for a bunch of different stuff. Like she thinks all I listen to is 21 Pilots and Ed Sheeran. Like I've played them a couple times, but apparently that's what I listen to if you ask her. But that's why it just made me think of that. I was like, I don't know. I just listen to everything. That's the thing. But you go on.
Is there anything in specific you listen to while training or to get yourself amped for a match?
Training is in like the gym. Usually just kind of like what I find what's newer to me. Like, cause as much as my like song, I'll get old after a bit. So, and usually if a little bit more fast paced, I guess, when I'm training. Before matches, not so much. It can kind of be difficult to get the time to kind of sit there and do it. If there was, actually, there's one song I've listened to a couple times before matches, and it's not quite a routine yet, but it could be getting there. There's a English artist called Devlin. He's a rapper, and he had Ed Sheeran on a track with him, and the song's called...
It all goes back to Ed
exactly,
Sheeran?
yes. Maybe she was right about me listening to him, but song's called Watchtower. So I listened to that. Actually, the first time I started doing that was before the Osprey match, and I don't know, it just kind of helps me zone in and just kind of gives me a few minutes to focus and gather my thoughts.
How many times have you done that since the Osprey match, listen to that track?
Not every time, but a few times. Otherwise, it's hard sometimes to, like I said, get the time to do it, so I might just, in my head, sing it to myself a little bit, but yeah.
If you could have one artist or band write a theme song for you, which would it be?
Oh, I really don't know I don't know. Let's go Rocky Romero, because he makes music. So let's give it to Rocky Romero for that one.
Because he makes music.
Yeah, he does. The team's called Roppongi Vice. Actually, they just broke up recently. Okay. So that was actually, that was quite a sad moment. But anyway, past that, when they debuted, I want to say it was 2015 in Japan, we got to the arena and they were just trying some of the music out, and they started playing their song, and then Jushin Thunder Liger's there and he's just kind of grooving, he starts singing it, and then I remember that day just out back, Liger just he just walked past you and he's just singing that theme song the whole time. So yeah, Liger's awesome. He would always do stuff like that, but yeah, Rocky Romero can make my music, sure.
When you said having a boogie there, your shoulders kind of did a shrug?
Yeah, well, I remember, because
is that your go-to, or were you just
no, it's not my go-to. That's Liger's go-to, because we were stood by, I think, so we're about to do stretch in the ring, and he's just kind of there next to the ring, Roppongi Vice, Roppongi, and then you like reference to him, and he'll just yell, yeah, Roppongi Vice. Yeah, so that's Liger.
What's your go-to?
My go-to? Oh, I can't show you. I'm too tired, but my go-to requires a few drinks, and then I don't know. No, I'm not going to do it now. I don't know if I have a go-to.
Okay.
Like maybe like the little Russian thing where you pop down, leg up.
Oh yeah, with the legs.
Do the double. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little party trick.
Maybe next time when we catch you, you'll have to have a few drinks in you.
Maybe.
Just to capture that.
We'll see if we have some more time. Yeah, maybe.
Just to wrap things up, is there anything you would like to leave with your fans and all the wrestling fans who will be viewing?
I just want to thank obviously you for the time now.
Thank you.
sorry about tonight, my little dig at you afterwards.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, someone had to make a comment about it, so why not be me after that match? Just want to thank the fans here tonight for Smash Wrestling in Toronto, as well as all the fans that support me through Twitter, online, from New Japan, Ring of Honor, back home in New Zealand to England, my second home, and then Japan and America. Actually, on that note, I just kind of had a little moment there where I think all the guys know me, Matty Jackson. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he draws art for the guys, and he actually just made like a clay model for me. And apparently does it for a lot of the guys, and he gave me these 3 massive posters. So when fans take the time out to do art like that, and especially made like a clay model of me, which is crazy to me, I just find it very cool and humbling that someone wants to take their free time and do that stuff for you. So yeah, thanks to all the fans for the support, I guess. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for taking the time, and of course,
No
welcome
problem.
to Toronto.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very happy to be here, and can't wait to come back.
And remember, to everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.
Go check it out.